So we were kind of on to this one a couple days ago. When I saw James Harden sitting out basketball games, I knew. I knew it then, and obviously it feels like it's been confirmed today. So Woj of ESPN, the biggest NBA reporter and the best that we got in the game today, has reported that James Harden wants to get traded from the Brooklyn Nets, and he would like to get moved specifically to the Philadelphia 76ers to reunite with his general manager in Houston, who's now in Philadelphia, in a similar capacity, Daryl Morey. That's where we're at. We knew it. Harden was sitting out games, claimed he had a hamstring injury again. Let me tell y'all something. James Harden is one of the most durable athletes of this decade. You can say what you want about James Harden. We've seen him leave clubs and go play basketball and drop 50-point triple-doubles. That brother is rarely hurt. I know last year was the anomaly, but James Harden rarely gets hurt. He's not hurt right now. He wants to get traded. He's trying to force the Brooklyn Nets into trading him, but he's trying to save face. I don't think he wants to disappoint Kevin Durant. I don't think he wants to disappoint that Brooklyn Nets organization. So he's trying to say, yo, I'm hurt. Here's what life will be without me. You should think about trading me. Yo, I might leave y'all this summer. Here's life without me right now. It ain't good. Y'all don't want to just move me to Philly and get Ben Simmons? You can do that deal today, lefty for lefty. That's what's going on right now. He doesn't want the negative impact, the negative headlines that's going to come with in about 14 months. James Harden has wanted out of two different franchises that have went all in on him. The Houston Rockets and now the Brooklyn Nets. James Harden wants out of Brooklyn, and he wants out in the worst of ways. I don't think this one is as bad as what happened in Houston, because there is a Kyrie Irving dilemma in Brooklyn with this vaccine mandate, and Kevin Durant is injured again. But what I've learned about James Harden, I think I have enough evidence to put this claim together, and being fair to the brother, we now know this about James Harden. When adversity hits its highs, James Harden wants no parts of it. He will rather tuck his tail and run than face adversity head on. I don't feel like that's an unfair thing to say. If you look at James Harden's career, it actually makes a crap ton of sense. If you look at how successful he's been in the regular season, he's averaged, pretty much a triple-double. He's been close to it. Double-digit assists multiple years. This dude can get you 30 a game. He's been that for the last decade in the league. But in the postseason, he has been bad, unimpactful, sometimes irrelevant on a basketball court. I should never say a top 7 shooting guard of all time is irrelevant in about 85% of the playoff series that he's been in his career. Absolutely irrelevant for all of his Houston runs in the postseason. Chris Paul led the Rockets to their most successful run. And if not for Chris Paul going down, the Rockets would have beat the Warriors that year. Other than that, if it's on the back of James Harden, you're screwed. And now we have evidence with the Rockets. The team was clearly in a rebuild. Instead of waiting it out in Houston, at least you can enjoy some strippers that you love. Harden was like, nah, give me to Brooklyn. I like what they got there. Kyrie Irving and his vaccine mandate only allows him to play road games. Kevin Durant hurt again. Pretty much the second straight season he's missed February. Harden is like, nah, I could stick this out, wait it out for about 6 weeks until we get KD back, which will fix about 55% of the Nets' problems. Not all of it, because Kyrie's still a problem, but it'll fix about more than half of it. Nah, I see an opportunity to go to Philadelphia with a general manager and a VP that I really like, with a player and Joel Embiid, who's one of the best in the world, and Harden is trying to take it. Once again, he's tucking his tail and running, and I don't know if that trade will happen. There's been some momentum over the last few hours. They are talking, but Sean Marks and Daryl Morey. I just don't know if there's enough time and want to get the deal done now. But here's what I do know. If the Brooklyn Nets opt to not trade James Harden today, they better hope and pray that Philadelphia wants to play ball this offseason and vice versa, because James Harden only has but so many options in free agency if he opts out of his deal, which I think is pretty clear he will. There are only but so many teams that got the requisite cap room to sign him, straight up and down. So if you're Philadelphia, you will need Brooklyn to play ball at some point. And if you're Brooklyn, if you want some back for Harden this summer, you will need other teams to want to give up, not only want to bring in James Harden, but also give up some of their assets to acquire James Harden. So we shall see the trade deadline. It's in about 5 hours from now, 4 or 5 hours from now. I'm locked in. I'm on the computer. If anything breaks, especially of that magnitude, you'll hear it here first.